Hey everybody, this is Mark with Merchant on the Mark, and if this is your first time checking out the channel, I'm a seven-figure online seller and I make videos on shoe reselling, Amazon FBA, e-commerce, and how to build simple and highly profitable online businesses. So if that's something you're into, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now in this video, I'm going to be talking specifically about why I think Amazon is a much better platform to sell on than eBay. And it really gets down to one thing, and that's access to historical sales data. Now, eBay does have some tools, including TerraPeak and a few others, where you can research previous patterns of sales history for different products on eBay, but them not having a cohesive catalog of products where there's just one listing for a given product is its biggest downfall. Amazon, by comparison, has a tremendous number of outside third-party tools that they allow to access their data. And in so doing, you're able to find out exactly what a product sold for over time with Keepa, or you can even find out exactly how competitive a particular product is. If you're dealing in products with variations, you can find out exactly which product variation is the best seller. Is it the black? Is it the size 7? Is it the extra large? Whatever it might be. And when you're buying products to resell on Amazon, the one thing that you absolutely must know is how quickly it will sell and for what amount. That's the only way that you can know realistically if it's a good buy or not. So with that, I'm going to take you into my computer and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to show you exactly why Amazon is so much better for a reseller than eBay. So on Amazon, the benefit is that you have a tremendous amount of information and historical data available to you that you can use to make good buying decisions. So some of these are paid, some of these are free, but let's just do a search for a generic term like Nike shoes. And on this page, there's some information that's very important that you can pay attention to. Now, this is not immediately apparent in eBay. One thing that we want to look for is the ranking. So how well are these particular colors and styles selling? On eBay, there's not really a way to tell that clearly. However, here with this plugin that I have for Chrome that I'll leave in a description underneath this video, you can see right now this one is ranked 1,516 in clothing, shoes, and jewelry. This one is ranked 68,551, 7642, and so forth. So what that immediately tells you, without having to go any further, is the relative ranking of each of these shoes against each other. So you can choose which ones that you want to actually pay attention to. So this one right here sells a lot more than this one right here. It's basically 1,516th best-selling product in this category. This one is a 68,551 best-selling product in this category. So immediately we know that information. Now I don't really pay too much attention to this information down here. However, that's very important, and that's available on Amazon through an extension that you can get. It also shows you the ASIN for this one, which is helpful. It shows you if it's sold by FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon, or merchant fulfilled. So generally speaking, if you're the only FBA seller, so you package up your products and you send them into Amazon to their warehouses and they pull them off the shelves and actually ship them out to the customer, customers like that more, and so you'll typically, if your price is competitive, get more sales than someone who is just merchant fulfilled. It'll also tell you if it's sold by Amazon. So the reason that's important is because many times you might not want to compete against Amazon because they have the ultimate flexibility in what they can price at. They can actually price underneath their cost, and they do that on occasion just to get the buy box and to get all those sales. And you see this much more in super popular shoes that are under 1,000 ranking or something like that, or products. But that's very helpful to know just out of the gate. If it's sold by Amazon, maybe we don't want to go after it at all. This also shows you the number of sellers. So this is the number of people who are selling this exact product on Amazon. So if you see something that's 100 sellers on it, maybe you automatically know that that's too competitive and they're going to drag the price down. So that's not something that you want to pay attention to. So anyway, that's a lot of very helpful information that you can see. Also down here, you can see the number of sales per month, 203 basically per month. Now this is for all of the colors and sizes. So this is holistically, it sells around 203 times a month, which is a lot. It sells $535,507 a month in revenue. So of course that's before any Amazon fees. It shows you the net. So basically, if you can find these shoes for less than this, with your total cost, so your sourcing cost, your cost to bring it in, process it, ship it into Amazon, your packaging, your boxes, all that kind of stuff, then that would be your net. It also shows you your fees. And then it also has very helpful links to eBay, eBay closed listings, Google Price Grabber, AliExpress, Alibaba, Keepo, which is extremely useful, and Camel. So anyway, a lot of information right here. But the real key comes into when you go into the actual product detail page and you see what you can actually pull out of the historical data. So on this page right here, you can see I have a button right here that will show me a quick summary of all the different variations for that shoe. So you might have, let's say for example, a Nike Air Max. Well, that comes in a variety of colors and sizes. Each of those variations, so size, color combination, makes up one ASIN, and you can see that in this layout right here. So for example, the black anthracite size 6, this is the ASIN, and when you're reselling these on Amazon, this is the ASIN that you're going to be using to do that. So if you find this size and color, you would list it against that ASIN, not the one of the parent product. There's one ASIN for the Nike Men's Revolution 5 running shoe, and that is above all of these other, they call them children listings. So these are those particular ASINs. A lot of other really helpful information that you need to know if you're going to be profitable on Amazon selling shoes. Number one, in stock status. This tells you if it's in stock or not. So if it's not in stock, that's a great opportunity for you to be the only person with that particular variation in stock, and so you'll hopefully get those sales. The price, for some reason, this isn't showing up right now, but typically it's going to show the current buy box price. So you can look at this and analyze, hey, is the size and color that I'm buying, can I make money with the average of these prices? So let's say, for example, the average of these prices was around $60, and you can buy it for $30. And so after fees, you can make a profit on that. Also, it allows you to see any variations in the price. So if you, for example, see that the size 6 in the black anthracite is selling for $100, but all the rest of them are selling for $50. Well, why is that? And the reason might be that they're the only seller with that product. It also might be a pricing inconsistency. They didn't mean to put it up there. So what that means to you is that you can't count on selling it for that $100. You need to look at all the other competing listings for that same color and see if what you're planning to sell it at makes sense. Also, it shows you the next price. So it shows you the person that would be next in the buy box order, the next competitive seller, what their price is going to be. And so if you see somebody coming in next and they have 1,000 units and they're going to dump the price, then that might feed into your buying decision. It also tells you the number of offers. So this is the number of people actually selling the same shoe. You ideally want less. Less is better. The number of reviews, we use this extensively, and I'll show you that in just one second. The number of stock in place for the buy box seller, the next stock. So maybe the person that has the buy box now has 1 in stock, but the next person has 1,000 in stock. So you don't want to compete against that, and so you probably wouldn't buy this variation if you found it out and about. Also, the merchant name, you can see if it's Amazon. You can see if it's a big reseller, like for example, Shoekago is a big reseller. There's several other ones, but for each category that you're selling, there are going to be some big sellers, and big sellers, they mean they bring in lots of stock and they minimize their profits so they can really dump the price quickly if they need to. So you typically don't want to compete against those. Now, while I'm waiting for the rest of this information to pull in, the most important thing is we need to know which of these variations actually sells the best. And the best way to find this out is by sorting descending by reviews. So you can see it varies a lot. So right now, the best-selling product we can assume is the size 10 black anthracite. Okay, so if you were able to find this for a price that made sense, so this is the price on Amazon, so you would have to back out all of your merchant fees, your marketplace fees, all that kind of stuff. If you could buy it for a profitable price, then that would probably sell quite well. You can see one thing to notice is this person has 69 items in stock. However, it sells 329 times a month, so that's probably a fairly safe bet, especially if you can price at or around this price right here. Also, the next best selling is a 9.5 black anthracite, then the 11, And so you can see it just goes through, and this is a very popular colorway. You go all the way down here really before you get much variation in color. The midnight navy, white tan, white dark obsidian, but even that has 144 reviews, but that's 144 reviews versus 573. So this one sells a lot more. So just these two extensions that I've shown you, Amazon makes their data available for these extensions to run, and it gives you a tremendous amount of competitive intelligence to help you to make a good buying decision. Now, conversely, if we go over to eBay, let's see what it allows us to pull in. We'll do a search for the same product, and you can see none of these are the same color. It's very hard to sort. Let's just go down and look at completed listings. That will show us exactly what sold for what price. And then let's do new with box. And so it shows us we're seeing all new listings for this model and what they sold for. So you can see right here, this one sold for $64.99. This one sold for $52.99. This one $69.99. So you can see it's all over the board. It's very difficult to tell exactly what is a market price for this. And it seems to be between about $52 and $70. Well, that's a really big range. And you're depending on the seller having listed the product correctly, that it's the right model, it's the right type, it's the right color, it's actually marked as new. If it is new, the pictures are more difficult to analyze. And there are tools out there, obviously, that can help you with eBay listings as well. But for the most part, the biggest tool that they give you is the completed listings, and then you go through and analyze from there. So from this, we can tell a couple of things. Number one, the black and the gray with the white bottoms tend to sell the best. The average price seems to be from $50 to $65. Really see some reds in here, but not really a whole lot of other colors. And so if you're looking to sell this particular product, it's not very easy to tell the size that's selling the best. You can somewhat tell the colors that are selling the best, but the size is very important for us to be able to make a buying decision. And I recommend selling first on Amazon, also listing on eBay as well at the same time. You can use things like Joe Lister to do that, and I think you're going to have the most success. So I highly recommend starting off on Amazon.com if you're interested in learning how to resell shoes and build a six-figure business. I have a link down in the description that will give you a free checklist that I use on every single shoe that I buy. So with that, I'm going to wrap this video up. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments, like and subscribe the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Hey, thanks for checking out this video. Before you go, I wanted to let you know about a side of my business that's become one of my most important and fastest growing income streams over the past few years, and that's the business of shoe reselling. Now, weird as it may sound, I've always loved shoes, specifically 80s and 90s era Nike and Air Jordans. However, that's just me personally. What I choose to sell actually is very different because, like the theme of this channel, I like to sell what's already selling everywhere. So that means that I use a very specific formula so that I can focus on only buying the most popular, fastest moving, and most sustainably profitable shoes. This system has allowed me to build a very successful shoe reselling business over the last 5 years. And best of all, I built it with just a few low-cost software tools and 0 full-time employees. So if you're interested in shoe reselling, or if you're looking for a new income stream, or maybe you're just looking for a brand new business altogether to start, I put together a very special free report that I think you'll love. It's called the Six-Figure Shoe Reseller Checklist, and it includes all the insider tips and tricks that I've learned over the last 5+ years to help you know exactly what types of shoes to source, what types to run from, where to sell your shoes quickly for the most profits, what tools and softwares I personally use to run my large shoe reselling business, and much more. Best of all, it's completely free, and I even include an in-depth bonus video where I go through the entire report and explain every single item in a way that makes it clear and easy to understand to get started. So if that's something you're interested in, just click the link in the description of this video and you can get access to the brand new free special report while it's available. So again, this is Mark with Merchant on the Mark, and I'll see you on the inside.